I'm Densel Terry.
And I'm Candy Terry.
And we own a 1950 Fat Fender Ford.
I've always loved trucks. My grandfather owned trucks my entire life. To this day, still love trucks. I've drove trucks forever, and I just think about all the fun I had with my grandpa. Yeah, I'm a truck girl.
Our family since 1979, we went into dump truck business in 1979.
Our bread and butter.
Yeah, that's what feeds our families.
My husband knew a friend that had brought it to him years and years ago to have it work on it. It belonged to his father. Well, Densel, I'd always asked him about it because we both have always wanted a Fat Fender Ford. Been around them all our lives. In January of 2016, he bumped into him at the fuel station, and he asked him. He said, "John, are you ever going to do anything with that truck?" So it was probably what, a couple weeks
About
later?
2 weeks, two and a half weeks. He called and says, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll sell it to you on one condition. If you don't cut it up and make a hot rod." We went from there and we loaded the trailer and went to Manhattan and picked
Before
it
he
up.
could change his mind. It was even funny, but it was sitting so deep in the mud that you can see on the original tires where like a mud line or whatever.
Sunk in into the mud.
We opened up the hood, and the only thing you could see, it's got the air breather on it, and you could only see about a half an inch of the air breather, and the entire engine compartment was nothing but a huge rat's nest.
We decided to keep it totally original. Was a 6-volt, then positive ground, which that your current goes backwards instead of your ground being ground. That's hot, so we went ahead and left with a 6-volt system on it.
We both knew we were going to take her down to bare frame. We wanted to keep her as original as possible. We came home and we made a list. And for the next year and a half, every Saturday, we'd get up, we'd have our coffee, we'd go to the bank, we'd go to LMC.
And I'd put them parts on through the week. And then when we got to the wood,
Oh, here we go.
thank you, Lord. It took her 2 weeks to do the wood.
15 coats later, and I still wanted to put more, but I settled for 15. Honestly, we did it together. We only hit a few bumps, and it's ours. It's ours. It's just something.
It turned out better than I anticipated it to turn out.
But even the publicity, any of that, it's just, when we are in it together, it's an amazing feeling, because it's just like, we really did do it together. It's ours, and it's just something, it means a lot just to be in it together. Everywhere you go, somebody notices it, but they're always waving or giving you a thumbs up or something like that. But it's just neat to know that something so old is still so beautiful and so amazing.
Well, there isn't much. There's always something to piddle with on the Fat 50, but we've been talking about an old coupe. But I got a 66 Ford Bronco that I've had a lot longer, probably 10, 12 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's just sitting out there in the field, and she started on me about going ahead and putting the Bronco together instead of...
I think that'd be neat. She's pretty solid. I mean, she needs a lot of work, but...
They don't need no more than what the 50
Nope.
did when we bought her to get it.
Yep.